This is 21 minutes ago.
Putin. Tired of Putin too much.
So was this? Because I did look at. Oh, that was this.
Here's on mine. Okay. Well, that was an oopsie on my end, guys. I'm sorry. I'll go ahead and
Share
drag the podcast.
There you go.
Everything's okay.
Get the mic centered. And then wait for these guys. I guess that makes sense as well. Your friends were joining, huh?
Yeah, my dad. It's like, my dad doesn't follow the podcast. What the fuck? The good news is, I guess that means that there's a lot of people that follow the podcast who apparently follow me as well. Good or bad, whatever.
God, I forgot about bringing fucking Stephen Colbert up about his
Oh,
comments. he
yeah.
made. God damn.
Let it go to $15 a gallon. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
doing Tesla.
Oh, I make $15 million a year. Like, dude, you don't even fucking. You probably have an assistant that fucking plugs your car in when you get home. Fucking douchebag.
Invite collaborator. I've always wanted to see how that goes. Yeah. So if you add a collaborator, that means your post will be shared to their followers and they'll be shown as an author. Okay. Good test. Fuck it, let it ride.
I need your mic.
That's awesome that we had an Australian in there.
Yeah.
You know, that's like one of the number one questions that they get from Fosters? Yeah. I kind of wanted to ask that. We had an Australian kid in our fraternity that was I still maintain he had the best overseas experience of anybody that's gone to study in America. Because we went dirt biking, we went like he was that kind of guy. But he was the only Australian I've ever met. Doesn't drink, doesn't touch a sip of alcohol. He's like, I've seen he's kind of like there's a lot of Hawaiians that are like that. They're like there's a lot of especially in the Pacific Islander stuff. There's just a lot of alcoholism, so a lot of folks that just got the shit beat out of them by their dads, they just don't drink, which is understandable. I get it. But he was like that, and we always just make fun of him. James Maltman. Hey James, it's Foster's for beer. That's piss water.
It's piss water.
You want a beer? No. The fuck, man.
I got the list here.
His favorite thing was we go snowboarding in Tahoe. He'd be like, James, because he'd never been to any of those resorts or anything before. Like, which way you want to go? He's like, down. Like,
That's all he said.
down. Like, which way? Down the mountain, bro. Down. Down.
Down, man.
Yeah. Just don't want to have to worry about, let's do part A because we don't want to do part B. He's short dude too. He honestly looked like a white Australian version of Mike Kim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like same build, same and wow, they actually probably know each other, or they might. He ended up getting an internship with Fox.
Oh, really?
In their mountain biking stuff.
They might actually know each other.
They probably know each other. Fucking James Maltman. I love that guy. He went back to Australia for like 2 or 3 years. Found a chick, brought her back. He's like, he lives here. He's like, it's way better here.
Thank you.
I was like, you're damn right. Bunch of prisoners.
Yeah.
Fucking convicts. Everybody's trying to kill you over there. Are we hot?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. This is ADP 22011. Today is March 9th. Again, the podcast number is ADP 22011. This is currently titled Autoblog Response. This is an episode in response to the article that Josh posted in the DPP marketing page about vehicles that are likely to make it over 200K, and they didn't list a single fucking diesel.
Yeah.
Not one.
Not one.
Not a single fucking diesel.
I'm gonna call this guy's name out by name.
Yeah.
Jeremy Korzeni.
Hold on, keep that up.
Whiskey.
Keep that energy
Corsi-
up because we're about to call him the fuck out.
Yeah.
What time is it? It is 5:10. So we're gonna make this a potent 40-minuter.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
do it.
All right. I'll tell you what, man. There is something just so satisfying about drinking beer. I mean, barley juice out of a cup with your own podcast logo on it.
I know.
I know. And the best part is, folks, shameless plug.
You can
We'll
buy
get-
these.
Yeah, you can buy them, and we're getting more of them. We're getting new cups. We're repacking, restocking.
They have
And they're nice.
perfectly strategically placed finger grooves. As you can see, my 4 fingers there fit perfectly and ergonomically in the cup, and then the logo is facing towards you, which you look at a majestic, beautiful, bald eagle just hanging out with some freaking shades he probably can't even see out of. Like,
Yeah,
he is
me too.
absolutely affecting his vision, which eagles have fantastic vision. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He's listening to America's Diesel Podcast.
He can see what he needs to see, but he can't see the haters.
See, usually lightning comes from the sky and strikes you down low. No. When you are listening to America's Diesel Podcast, lightning emits from your headphones. That's what's powering this room right now.
Fact.
Fight me on it.
Also, true fact, if you're a Glock Gen 4 fan, you'll love this cup because it fits your fingers. Finger grooves, that's a gun joke.
Finger grooves.
There's a lot of people who don't like Gen 4s, but I
Oh.
actually I do like I have a Gen 5, I like them too.
This is like a well-fitting glove. Like, I don't even feel like I'm holding a cup. I feel like I'm wearing just like a nice glove.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm
A
saying?
glove that makes you happy.
Yeah. Like, I could wear this glove and I can do any tasks that I could do without a glove on.
It's true. These are the facts. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This is America's Diesel Podcast coming at you from Spokane, Washington.
Yeah.
Ben and Tyler, happy as hell.
The mecca
Happy to
of
be here.
high fuel prices.
We are definitely not the
No,
mecca.
not
There are
the
some people out there that are
Yeah.
getting really
Yeah.
effed right now.
For sure. For sure. That's not funny. If you listen to our previous episode, you'll see how not funny it is and how pissed off I actually am about the whole situation.
Tyler's getting out of order. We don't know when this episode's coming out. We just filmed an episode like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Where I was really mad. I was using my hands.
Yeah, if you haven't been following along, this is your first episode. We do have a couple of breaking news episodes we put out every now and then that we rush out and get out the door as fast as possible because it's like a current event.
Yeah.
And we just filmed one about fuel economy because technically, well, not technically, today is March 9th. Fuel prices just went through the roof,
Yeah.
so we filmed a whole episode regarding it. And this one is not quite as time sensitive, so it's not going to get pushed out as fast as that one did.
Yeah. But
But,
still going to be entertaining, I promise you.
Entertaining as hell because
Yeah.
honestly, this is a big. I feel like talking some mad
I'm actually
shit on this.
I'm
one.
honestly kind
kinda
of pissed
pi-
off.
I'm
on
kinda
this one.
pissed too, man.
I'm kind of pissed off. on
Straight
this
up. Well, let's get through this intro real quick. Thank you for tuning in. This is Ben Ty from Makers Use Podcast. I already said that once, but I'm going to say it again. Hey-o. Make sure to check us out on Google Play, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. You can find us out there by searching America's Diesel Podcast.
Damn, Twista.
Dang. That's probably the
Just-
fastest and the best I've ever put that out there.
Yeah. What else you got?
I like turtles. But yeah, you can find us on the social medias as well. It's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Not really, but sort of.
Yeah.
Instagram, we are trying to pump up our Instagram numbers. So if you don't follow us, make sure and give us a follow there. It's America's Diesel Podcast on Instagram. Obviously, we are pretty active on there. We actually do behind the scenes live videos every time we shoot because we usually shoot 2 videos at once. So in between the 2 videos, we do a live on there. So if you want to get on there and drop some comments, talk a little shit, that's a great way to do it.
Yep.
Also, make sure and check us out on YouTube. That's a great place to leave comments about certain episodes and strike up a discussion. We have a couple of usual suspects that come in there every week and leave a good trail of crumbs for you to follow. You can find us on YouTube also by searching, wait for it, America's Diesel Podcast. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It all works together, so don't worry. We got
It's
you.
homogenous.
Yeah. Synergy, homogeny, cross-homogenization, all that kind of. Tyler, hit him with reviews.
If you leave a 5-star review on any of the platforms that Ben mentioned earlier, screenshot that and send it to podcast@dieselpowerproducts.com. Make sure you include a picture of your truck and an address that we can send a sticker to that looks just like our logo on our background.
2 for 2.
Dude.
Damn. It's like we've been doing this 180 times.
Yeah, when you have like 33 of these, it just kind of flows like a majestic
Yeah.
Colorado River,
Yeah.
or the Snake River, or the
The-
Mississippi.
Colorado Kool-Aid.
Yeah. This is a Colorado cool. Oh, we just gave you an insight on
Yeah, that's what Tyler is on today. Lastly, if you need parts for your diesel pickup, make sure and check out dieselpowerproducts.com. Website is live 24/7, obviously, because the internet is forever and it never forgets. But if you do need help with any parts that you need, you can shoot our sales techs a call. They're on the phone 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday.
If you're lucky, you might get to talk to us. Otherwise, you're going to talk to this guy right over here.
You can't see him, but
Can't
Corey's
see
right
him,
over
but he's
there.
there.
Corey not only provides you with fantastic customer service and sales tech information, but he's also one of the main guys behind the scenes here with our podcast. Both of them, if you didn't know, if you like off-roading more than diesel, which you shouldn't, tell you right up right now. But there is also, we have our sister company and sister podcast, America's Off-Road Podcast. If you want a very low-energy, granola-filled, lackadaisical experience, you're going to want to
Shots
listen
fired.
to them. Shots
fired.
Shots fired.
Okay, this is Corey on our podcast with the ones and zeros. This is on the Off-Road Podcast.
You never know. You never know, man.
Jokes. We're all joking.
Jokes. If you are placing orders online, make sure in the delivery notes section to write podcast. And also, if you're placing an order with a sales tech, make sure and let him know that you are a podcast listener. I tally those up every now and then, and it helps us talk to the big guys and then keep our beer budget going.
Yeah.
And lastly, if you are listening to this and you buy diesel parts and you're not buying parts from Diesel Power Products, I want to hear why. Shoot me an email
what the
directly.
hell is wrong with you?
Ben@dieselpowerproducts.com. It could be anything. You tell me our prices are effed or whatever. Just like legitimately. Let me know why, because I have a captured audience right now. If you're not buying parts from us, if you're listening to this podcast, I want to know why. Straight up. Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes on this one.
Okay.
So who's this guy? Because we're calling this guy out right now.
I'm going to butcher his last name. I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to pass it to you, and you're going to attempt it. You'll
Okay.
probably get it right. I'll probably screw it up. I got his first name, Jeremy, okay, autoblog.com. Okay, Jeremy Korzen Whiskey?
Korzawinski.
Korzenwinski.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's no N.
There's no
Korzanowski?
Korzanowski.
Korzanowski. Mr. Korzanowski, how in your right mind did you make a list of 15 most likely vehicles to surpass 200,000 miles and not put one single frickin' diesel engine in that? What the hell's wrong with you?
Diesel vehicle.
Not one.
I'm a little peeved.
I'm peeved because we all know you've got two of them. My buddy's got one that's double that. I mean, come on now. Are you kidding me?
Like the
gall.
the balls on this man are so small that he couldn't think about
A
diesel.
diesel truck? Like
or
that
a
is
diesel
like
a diesel Jetta.
a Volkswagen Jetta.
The early 2000s was an ADL4, ALD4, whatever that
Whatever
engine was.
it is.
Engine code
Great engine.
Those
All
were,
of them I've seen have been over 200,000 miles. I have never seen one under 200,000 miles.
Cooper, our GM, had one here
Yes.
that I daily drove for a month. That was like the shop car.
Yeah,
okay?
I got
was
pulled
between
over
the-
in that car and when I was borrowing it for a day.
That I think he bought it with like 280.
I'm sure.
By the time I drove it, it had 3-something. And I think by the time he sold it, it had close to 340.
yeah.
I think he sold it for 1,000 more than he bought it for.
It just
Okay.
goes to show they'll hire anybody for these
These articles, man. Like, is this guy
Seriously.
like? Has he never seen a diesel truck? Like, has he never just Googled used diesel?
Okay, let's look at his bio.
Watch
He's
him
been-
say, "I hate diesels."
He has been an automotive enthusiast since birth.
Bullshit.
You
I call it right
didn't
now.
mention anything about diesel vehicles at all. Grew up restoring classic cars. Again,
Who tows the classic
who
cars?
tows the classic cars that you restored, not your minivan. An avid motorcycle enthusiast, he has contributed a unique blend of insight into both automotive and motorcycle segments on Autoblog and this is what Autoblog Green. He's part of that as well. So Autoblog and Autoblog Green, which I'm sure is like all about electric vehicles. Which, if you listen to our fuel mileage episode, you'll hear my grief that I have with electric vehicles. That's all they give me. That's all they give me on that.
Let me see his picture.
I'll tell you everything. I know we're bashing this guy right now, but it just is like, it's for guys in the diesel industry, for someone to make a list about vehicles that make it over 200,000 miles and not have one single diesel on that list is just, that's blasphemy.
And I actually combed over the article trying to find like most likely to surpass 2,000 miles built in the last 2 years, or like some sort of like contributing factor that would like eliminate diesels in general. Couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's just absurd. So we're gonna go through the list. Okay.
Yeah. And I will say, like, I don't disagree with his list. The list is not bad.
I do to a point.
However, the fact that you omitted diesels entirely.
Yeah, not one single
not
diesel.
one.
Like, if anything, put like you said, the Volkswagen Jetta. That is like, that is the epitome. Like, when I think of a car over 200,000 miles, my mind immediately goes to a Volkswagen Jetta.
Not even
Diesel.
a truck. Like, just if you said, like, what diesel vehicle holds their value the most? Volkswagen TDIs.
Yeah.
Early 2000s
Seriously.
Volkswagen TDIs. You can literally buy one that has over 250,000 miles on it, like
Yeah.
300K plus. Buy it and sell it for the same amount you bought it for after putting an additional 100K on it.
Yeah.
Like, they do not stop.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get this list going.
Okay, so 15. Toyota Sienna.
Okay, nothing against Toyotas. Okay,
Nothing against
Toyota
Toyotas.
overbuilds their engines.
I do hate minivans. We all know my deep and utter hate for minivans.
I know you don't log into our Instagram very often, but there's been a couple of people that have posted videos of caravans passing them.
Dude,
And
people
there was-
drive them. Like, I do have to hand minivans a little bit of credit, okay? Because people that drive them like they're in the Indy 500.
Yeah.
Going up mountain passes, like, it's insane, right? So, okay, Toyota Sienna. Stupid. Okay. The next one, 14. Honda Odyssey.
Another minivan.
Another minivan.
Again, nothing against Honda. They make a good engine. All right, nothing bad with that.
Oh, spoiler alert, there will only be 2 minivans on this list. 1 is too many. Actually, 0 is too many. We got the same list, right?
Yeah. Next,
You'll probably like
13.
this one, Honda Ridgeline.
Get out of my house. The Honda Ridgeline. I want to clarify here, if you're new to this podcast, Honda Element beats Honda Ridgeline 10 times out of 10.
At least with a Honda Ridgeline, you can kind of say you have a truck.
No.
Like, a little bit. You
The
have
Element is not pretending to be anything. The Ridgeline is totally, I'm a truck. No, you're not.
Well, what is the Element?
It's the Ridgeline's a
Is it a
front-wheel
car?
drive truck.
Is it a car? Is it an SUV? It's kind of little. It's the car size, but it's got a body like an SUV.
It's a toaster with
and
wheels.
you kind of look like a major D-bag driving it. It's a
It's a cro-
crossover? Give me a break.
Yeah, but the Ridgeline is
Crossover
like,
what? A speed bump? That's about all it can cross over.
I take a freaking Element over Ridgeline 10 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10.
Dude, if I had a choice, if there was a gun to my head and it was like, Tyler, you have to pick either you have to drive for a year a Honda Ridgeline or a Honda Element, I would say Ridgeline before he was even done murmuring. It'd be like Honda Ridgeline, like that quick. At least you could put half a 2x4 in the back of it. An 8-foot 2x4.
You've obviously never been in a Honda Element.
Dude, those things are 4 feet long. My side-by-side has a larger wheelbase than that Honda Element. It doesn't matter. You know what? Honda Element did not make the list.
It didn't, no.
Okay.
GMC Yukon.
GMC Yukon. Okay. I mean, I guess.
I mean, I'm interested to see why they said GMC. Like, okay, this is why this particular guy kind of chaps my britches here.
Yeah.
Because he said GMC Yukon. He didn't just say Chevy full-size SUV, like full-size SUV or something like that. Because so is he saying that a Chevy or a GMC Yukon will, but a Chevy Suburban won't?
So he says with 3.7% of GMC Yukons past the 200 mark, there's like 98% of 7.3s past the
Hold on.
200,000 mile mark.
All right, hey, Jeremy Kurzwanowski, whatever the hell your name is, if you're listening to this right now, I got a bone to pick with you because your list, really pisses me off.
Well,
'Cause
the way
you-
it's formatted is,
Because he has a GMC Yukon.
then he keeps talking about a Ridgeline
No,
pickup.
number 3, Chevy Suburban.
What?
I will say, he says,
Okay, we're skipping
you-
ahead.
he says, you may remember seeing a GMC Yukon earlier on the list, but this is the extended XL version that adds more space for passengers and cargo.
So why does it get so
It's fundamentally similar to the next vehicle on this list. Drum roll, please. Jeremy? I don't like the cut of your jib. All right?
Oh my gosh.
Let's get back to
Okay.
this list here. 'cause
So
I'm
that was
getting pissed
that was
off.
12 GMC Yukon, 10.
Mm.
Okay, this one Toyota Prius.
No, you skipped one.
Oh,
Toyota Highlander.
Did I? Oh, I did.
Toyota
yeah.
Highlander
oh, wow.
hybrid.
He doesn't even write about it.
Yeah.
Oh no, he does. It's just the way that
It's
the
all,
list is formatted for the
mixed
okay.
master around, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Toyota Highlander hybrid. Anything with hybrid in the name?
With 3.8% surpassing 200K miles.
That's for the Yukon. That's why I was saying
No, it says
98.
3.8 for the Toyota Highlander.
Oh, that too?
Yeah.
3.8. Sorry, 3.7. Okay, again.
The non-hybrid Highlander doesn't crack the top 15, apparently.
Ooh. But like I said, 98% of 7.3s out there are over 200,000 miles.
Yeah.
Like, and people literally write in the post when they're selling it, just broke in.
Yeah, if your selling point to a vehicle that has over 200 says just broke in and you're not being facetious, then you belong on the list.
You belong on the freaking list. Okay, so 11 Toyota Highlander hybrid. Okay, nobody likes those. 10,
Stupid.
nobody likes these either. Prius, probably one of the ugliest cars ever made, like ever.
It is.
Uh,
You shut your mouth. Ooh.
an an
Ooh,
Azteca.
Okay, I will say, so, small tangent. Would you drive a Prius or an Aztec? But why?
I drive an Aztec,
Just strictly because it's a Prius?
pretty much.
Okay. So,
They're
I-
both hideously ugly.
hideous ugly, I agree.
I remember when the Aztec came out and they were like promoting the fact that like
You could buy a tent.
you buy a tent for
Yeah.
it. You could like how come you overlander guys aren't all high on the Aztec crew? You know they like pre-build it for overlanding.
So the only reason I would actually choose Prius, okay, don't kill me, guys.
Oh,
I would
God,
choose
dude, your vehicle choices
because
are
I
just all
want
out
to
of
have
whack.
a Prius that
This is the
literally-
California coming out of Ben here.
I know. I want to have a Prius that literally has like middle fingers on it.
You can't.
Like, it
You
just-
can't.
I want to drive a Prius like an a-hole just to be the guy.
Prius attracts practical buyers who keep their vehicle on the road as long as possible to take advantage of its low maintenance costs and high fuel efficiency.
Yeah, until you have it for 10 plus years and get to replace the batteries.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Number 9, Toyota Avalon. Why? I see you're sticking with a lot of Toyotas on this list, which does make sense. Toyota, they can build an engine and drivetrain.
It's true.
It
So,
holds up, but so does Ford, so
Yeah.
does Ram, so does Chevy.
So if you're new to the whole like kind of like why does Toyota seem to always like they always hold their resale value, just so you know, Toyota like routinely overbuilds the internals on their engines. They do forged everything internally and then they underpower them.
Yeah.
So basically, you have all the internals to say support 600 horsepower, yet they have it at 250.
Yeah.
So
See-
yeah,
What gets me is all these percentages. Like they're hanging out at like 3.7 to 4.0% of those vehicles on the road today have over 200,000 miles. Again, I think honestly the 7.3 is probably one of the like and I know I'm a Cummins guy. I love Cummins. Cummins will get up there, no problem, absolutely. But I've seen more higher mileage 7.3s that people still use as a truck, and it's like they're not even skipping a beat. There's something about those trucks. There's something about them.
They got moxie, man. They got a bit of soul.
They do. They do. They do.
Next up, number 8, Toyota Tundra.
Okay.
Okay, Tundra owner, former Tundra owner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't over 200,000 miles, but I could see it. Okay. I would agree. Here's the thing: if a Toyota Tundra makes a list, why not? Again, a 7.3 or a Common Rail Cummins or a Duramax or something. Like, come on now, give us a little bit of something here.
This guy.
This guy's off his rocker.
I'm gonna find him on Instagram and tag him.
7, the Chevy Tahoe. Okay, dude, you got like the same vehicle. Like, the only difference between these is like length of the body.
So he has Chevy Tahoe and also Chevy Suburban.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. What does the extra? How come the Suburban is so high on the list for making? Because you said it was like number 2. We skipped ahead a little bit.
So Suburban is number 3. Chevy Tahoe 7. GMC Yukon, it was like 12 or something like that. No, yeah, 12.
Forgive me if I'm wrong here, but they all have the same engine and drivetrain.
He does make a quick pass at this being the extended XL version, so physically the largest option.
But still, probably the same engine.
I'm going to go to a limb here, Jeremy. I'm going to speak directly to you. Okay, look into the camera.
Do it.
You can hear? Okay, Jeremy. I'm going to guess that you may have written this article on February 15th. Sounds odd, right? That's the day after Valentine's Day, Jeremy. I think you got some issues, and I think you sent this one in. And I think that you didn't. I'm going to assume that you're going through some stuff mentally right now that didn't allow you to make this list properly. Because if you are a car guy, and you're really a car guy, you'd be able to start differentiating the fact that you have the 3 of the same goddamn vehicles on the list.
Yeah.
Jeremy. Okay?
3 of them.
All right? I'm staring right at you. I hope you're hearing me right now.
Yeah.
And if there's a reason that you did this, that makes sense. I'm happy to hear it. I have no problem eating crow. I have no problem taking a step back. But honestly, man, I don't think that's the answer.
Yeah. There's this thing called diesel. Okay. It's a I can't, now I'm going blank. There's no spark plugs. Okay. It's a combustion. Why am I going a blank right now? Compression ignition.
Yeah.
I was trying to get compression out. It's compression ignition. Okay. They've been around for quite a while. And if you noticed at all, like if you looked one time on Craigslist anywhere, you will find the majority of them are over 200,000 miles. Like almost all of them.
Dear Jeremy, I have one task for you. Buy a used semi-truck.
Yeah.
Go.
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
I know it's a little out of your scope here because now we're talking about a semi-truck, but like, shit, man.
Okay,
Come on.
this one's actually kind of funny. So Tahoe 6, Ford Expedition. I don't know if you've ever drove by a scrapyard. A Ford Expedition is there's more Expeditions in a scrapyard than any other and every single Ford Expedition that you see over 200,000 miles is a complete and utter piece of shit.
Oh, it's clapped.
It's clapped.
Okay, and so just so you all know, when you say Ford Expedition, the only thing that comes to my mind is the
5.4 Triton.
Yeah, the early 2000s bubble style 5.4 Triton.
And it always has a yeah, no.
And I'm not saying that I don't have anything every engine has its spot, okay?
Yeah.
My family, we had a 99 F-150 with a 5.4 Triton on it. We bought it with 125 on it, and it got passed through our entire family, all that kind of stuff. We sold it with like 380,000 miles on it, okay?
Yeah.
No engine rebuild, no nothing. Yeah, it ticked like a bitch at the end, okay?
Yeah.
All right, guys?
Okay.
But with regular maintenance, 5.4 Tritons will get the job done. I know they have their crux. It's the cam sensor, I believe, if I recall correctly. And it's an early version of a single overhead cam via. No, when do they go overhead cam on those?
I have no idea. I'm not up to my Expedition knowledge. I just know every single one I've ever seen has like a rod knock.
Yeah.
And it has like 3 different tires on it with 2 different wheels and bumpers all jacked, quarter panels all screwed.
Jen's Expedition.
Yes!
So-
That thing freaking knocked like a Mormon was at your door trying to
But it
get
always
you to their
started,
church.
and it always got her there. Like, you ain't running any races, and you're not driving far,
Yeah.
but it'll start and it'll get you there.
Yeah, you think
Yeah.
oil or you think gas prices are bad for an expedition.
Yeah.
Just wait till you have to buy a quart of oil every single hour for one of these.
Oh my God! Hold the. Did you just scroll down where I did?
To Sequoia?
No,
What?
I just got even more pissed off here. Okay,
Did you?
so number what are we at here? Expedition number 5, Toyota 4Runner, goes without saying. Toyota, okay,
Yeah, we get
4Runners
it. We
hold
get
their
it.
value. It's not uncommon to find a 4Runner with a bajillion miles on it,
Sure.
still selling for good money.
Sure.
I don't know how. Did I miss the GM? So hold on a second. We've got GMC Suburban,
Yep.
GMC Yukon XL.
Yep.
Okay.
Was it GMC Suburban or Chevy Suburban?
No, they've got Chevy Suburban, GMC Yukon XL, Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah.
Let me scroll up here. GMC Yukon. And that's it. Okay, so 4. Did I say 3 or 4 last time?
Dude,
when
this
I
dude,
spoke into the
this dude,
camera?
he must get a cut from GM
He's got it, man. Like,
because that's outrageous.
pisses me off.
That's outrageous.
So yeah, surprise, surprise. Number 4, GMC Yukon XL, and somehow number 3 is Chevy Suburban XL. Is somehow the Chevy Suburban outdoes the Yukon XL. How? I don't know. Maybe it's the grill. Maybe it's the headlights. Do the emblems weigh less? Do they
Yeah.
cause less stress on the drivetrain? This is horse shit.
I don't know.
This list just infuriates me.
Okay, so this one is a questionable one too because you've got a Toyota Tundra and a Toyota Sequoia. So Sequoia is number 2. Okay, that's basically the same vehicle, just one has a truck bed.
Exactly.
So why aren't they next to each other? Like, why is there a gap? And why is the Sequoia so close? He's number 2. Like, I don't get it. Again, great engine, great transmission, great drivetrain, for that vehicle, but it's like come on,
so
man.
with 14.2% surpassing 200,000 miles, that's because you haul your family in it.
Yeah.
Granted, a Tundra can haul a family as well, but and this also goes like this is why you always you find excursions one of 2 ways: low mileage or super high mileage.
Yeah.
Because people either bought them and barely used them, or people bought them for their family hauler and literally racked the shit out of the miles on them
Yeah.
with good reason.
Yeah.
Because Jeremy, they last more than 200,000 miles.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little pissed off right now.
Well, it is frustrating when they don't even acknowledge that there's diesel vehicles that this is like a common occurrence. So number 1 on the list, which honestly, these are rigs that I do like. They're cool.
I think they're rad.
They're hard to find. They
Yeah.
are hard to find even under 200,000 miles, and that is the Toyota Land Cruiser. Cool rigs.
Yeah.
They're really cool. I think you like the foreign ones you can get with a diesel, but it again if we're talking about vehicles getting over 200,000 miles, bro, do a freaking 5 minutes worth of research.
Yeah.
Like this list basically consists of Toyota and GM.
Like, okay.
And one Ford, which is like the one Ford that you would think would never make any list for anything. If
Okay.
anything, the list of like the most unreliable vehicles.
All right, Jeremy, I'm going to do a little test in real time here. I'm on Facebook. We're in a marketplace. I'm going to go to, let's see, categories. Vehicles. Let's see. I want to search by mileage. That's a vehicle type. Price.
This is great, dude. Okay, so I found like the comment section at the bottom of it. The second comment when I hit the, like to more conversation, whoever was in charge of making this, oh wait, whoever was in charge of making this not being a slide show. Wait, hold on. No, never mind. I thought he said shit show. Never mind. Whatever. I'm just looking at the comments to see if there's anybody who mentioned. We've got quiet, dead noise.
Yeah, I
Do,
know.
do,
Quiet
do,
skip.
do,
Hold on.
do, do, do.
Filters. Let's see. Mileage. Minimum. 200. No, minimum. Come on. Minimum for mileage. So I'm going any make, any model, any price. Okay, this is in Spokane. Let's see. Mileage. Minimum. 200. Why won't it let me search 200? Maximum 5. All right, my phone is not working right now.
Anyways, there's
This
a
is-
lot of them. Okay.
This spiraled out of control real fast, and I feel bad about it. But yeah, case in point, Jeremy. Jeremy, listen here.
Maybe he's actually never seen a vehicle go over 200,000, so he thinks like that is like the limit.
He's
of
just
like
guessing.
Yeah, he's just uneducated, guessing like, hey, 200,000 miles, that's a lifespan of a vehicle.
I'm going to guess that Jeremy also was a huge supporter of the article that we reviewed a while back that said there were large deposits from diesel trucks rolling off of their exhaust,
Starting forest fires.
starting forest fires.
Yeah.
Yeah, just giant balls of diesel rolling down the freaking freeway
yeah.
and causing forest fires.
Yeah.
That was
Flaming balls of soot.
I had this
stuff
same
like that,
feeling
okay,
during that episode.
Stuff like that. It is frustrating, and I'm being completely serious right now. It is frustrating because for a auto blog, okay, to not recognize any diesel engines on that list, I think is BS. I think it's, you want to talk about fake news. Like, there's fake news right there. If you don't mention one diesel in that article whatsoever, like, how could you be any sort of auto enthusiast?
Yeah.
Because again, there's so many listings and we all know this isn't like 100% true. Like, 200,000 miles, it just broke in. No, it broke in before that. But 200,000 miles on a diesel pickup is not anything to like be worried about. In most cases, it depends on the condition of the vehicle. But that goes the same with any of these vehicles on his list. Any of those vehicles close to 200,000 miles or at or above 200,000 miles, I'm worried about more on these vehicles than I would be with a diesel with the same mileage.
Totally.
So it, again, I know we bashed this guy a lot for this article, but I think it's deserving because he didn't even recognize some of the vehicles that are out that make it to that mileage, like on the regular, like it
Or at least put a limit on the criteria. Say
a limit on the criteria would be good. This is gasoline,
non-diesel, or produced in the last
15,
5 years, or something like that.
15 most likely non-diesel in vehicles to make it over 200,000 miles.
Yeah.
That would be a more accurate title for that article. Then I would still have a problem with it though, because of, again, the expedition and all the GMs that are like the same exact drivetrain, the same exact vehicle, just longer. Like, there's that, just because it's a longer doesn't mean it can, like, is better at getting
Like
to
that would
200,000
happen.
miles.
Yeah.
Like, that's just ridiculous.
That just means that you're literally searching vehicle makes and models and their average or total mileage
Yeah.
before.
And in fact,
being
the
destroyed.
Tundra, I've seen more Tundras over 200,000 miles than I have Sequoias over 200,000 miles, because there's guys that use Tundras as a work truck
Mhm.
that are driving them daily for work. So I think it's just a kind of a shitty article, to be honest with you.
So that being said, Jeremy, this is me. My name's Ben.
Yeah, we'll invite you on the podcast. We can talk about it.
Damn, Tyler took the words out of my mouth.
Oh, really?
I was gonna get real sentimental with him. Hi, Jeremy. My name's Ben. Little, like small, like super tiny. Okay. We'd love to have you on the podcast to discuss your list, or maybe make a new list.
Yeah.
Of anything, really. Just as long as it's accurate, I don't care.
Yeah.
we could make a list of numbers in order of 1 through 10, as long as it's accurate, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could have a good podcast. But if you want to come on here and back up this list
Yeah.
and say that this is the best list that could possibly exist for this criteria, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fight Greek style, Roman style, Greek style, whatever. We're gonna get naked. All right, we're gonna all boil up
We're gonna hop in
And-
the back of a Toyota Sequoia.
because
Or
we know
Sienna.
we
Probably
know
a Sienna.
Yeah.
Maybe a Honda Element, since Ben likes them so much and they got so much room.
I'll fight you in the back of the moment. Home turf. Sign me up.
And you know what's funny? Like, okay, I know this is not like a diesel vehicle, but like some of the vehicles that you see that are like high mileage, that you always see high mileage, it just like will shock you, right?
Yeah.
It's like a Mercedes, like old ass, like stuff like that. You know, it's just like, wow, I always see those over like 200,000 miles.
Oh,
I get his number one. His number one on there. Yes, every single Toyota Land Cruiser I've ever seen has been a high mileage Land Cruiser.
Yep.
I have never seen one like sub 120,000 miles.
Mhm.
That's a good one. You can keep on that list. But some of those others, man, we'll fight you over. We'll fight you
Yeah.
over.
Like, I think if you had just said basically a General Motors gas, full size SUV, and had that be its own number,
Yeah.
which I would say honestly would be like 2, 3, 4, 5. Because honestly, they do.
Mhm.
Like you, and I know this is a diesel podcast and whatnot, but you can't put anything past a solid GM produced pushrod V8.
Yeah.
The LS line of motors and all that other kind of stuff. There's a reason they LS swap everything.
Yep.
There's a reason those things last. There's a reason. Like I've had a GM that had a ton of miles on it,
Yeah.
and I drove the shit out of it and
Yep.
sold it with a ton of miles on it.
Yep.
And they're not bad. Like, we're not saying the vehicles are bad. We're just saying your list sucks.
Yeah.
You suck.
Yeah. You just left a bunch of high mileage vehicles that get high like the percent, like I wonder how he figured out those percentages of the vehicle. Like, how would you even?
Like I that's why I feel like it's purely like someone just put it in a spreadsheet. Here, Jeremy. This is my fourth direct talk to you, Jeremy. I'm gonna hope that someone just fed you this data and said, "Hey, can
Run
you
with
ins-
it.
Can
Make
you,
an article about it.
Yeah, can you insert some words in between these numbers? Thanks." And you did. But I hope, and slightly pray that while you were writing it, you were like, I feel like I've written this about a GM vehicle 4 times.
Yeah.
Because you have. Okay?
'Kay.
As long as you felt that, then maybe it'll be okay.
Yeah.
I still want to fight you in an Element,
Okay.
in a Honda Element.
Greek style.
And you know what? For some reason, with my luck in his picture, I have a feeling he's one of those guys that looks like a total nerd.
But
But
just jacked.
He's the guy that like,
Just-
I don't like fighting, but that's okay. And
Yeah.
he like, I'm not trying to sound like, but like literally like rips his shirt off and is like somehow awkwardly glistening at 2 p.m. in the office and like ripped his F, you know? It's just like, that was Allstate. I've been waiting for a wrestling match. Let's go. I'm like, shit.
Well, I hope you're all state in the back of a Honda
Yeah.
Element.
No pads in the Element, buddy. Just fold up seats. You're in my zone now. He's the guy's like, let's go.
Just-
Happens to have like
Smelling
ear
salt.
guards in his pocket, in his dress pants.
Yeah.
Like, I've been waiting for this my whole life. I'm like, shit.
well, we got to button up here pretty quick because we got people kicking us out for the off-road podcast.
right.
So
end of story. Jeremy, fix your list.
fix your list. Rename the title at least.
Yeah.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye. We'll see you next week. I love all of you except Jeremy. Fix your list. Bye.
Bye. We just straight up called that dude out.
I'm going to tag the fuck out of that guy. Is that? Yeah. Like, dear Elon, just so you know, the diesel community, we're with you. It's not the fact that you make Teslas or make electric vehicles, it's the fact that you're just a straight fucking shooter.